What's going on, Game Dad fam? I'm Josh, the Game Dad, and this is something a little different. I kind of have been mulling this over in my head. Obviously, for those of you who are watching me so far, which is a small number of you, you would be expecting Pokemon trading card game today. And I apologize. It will return next week, I promise. But I was going back and forth on doing this today because it feels like it's not a milestone. Today's not a milestone. Today's not anything special. But yesterday was really great for me. So as many of you know, I also stream on Twitch. You can find the description link to my Twitch account down in the description below. And yesterday, despite having only started streaming on Twitch 3 months ago, I got 6 new followers, 3 new subscriptions, a whole bunch of donations. It was a good old night. It was a great night, actually. And it was a random Tuesday. And I spent the day thinking, the streams have been going a little bit rough lately. I'm wondering if maybe I should just cancel today. I'm not fully there yet. But I said, no, you know what? I'm going to do it. And I hopped in, and almost immediately, I see someone in the chat, and so I start talking, and it just took off from there. And it was really, really great to see. And I saw some new faces who I hadn't seen before. I saw some of you guys who are already constantly supporting me. And so the long and short of it is I wanted to make this video because I said something last night, and I really wanted to say it to a lot of you. Because a lot of you who watch this right now are folks who have been with me from the beginning and who I presume will continue to go with me as this hopefully builds into something more. Thank you. Legitimately. This is a nice catharsis for me, sure, but I do want it to become something more, obviously. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to have the thing they love be something that they can do for income? And that would be the dream, but I don't presume to know what the future holds. But for all of you who are already supporting me, even in this step, this very, very basic beginning step, and seeing that, hey, maybe there is something there, maybe this is gonna go somewhere, I want to help you get there, I just wanted to thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Words can't express how much it means to know I've already got a group of people in my corner who just decided they want to be there for me. And it means a lot. And moreover, I wanted to thank a few specific people. And so the first one I want to thank right out the gate is a very specific guy, my boy, Jake James Lugo. JJ, man, I've already told you, but you were the first dude who looked at me, saw I had literally 1/30th the subs you do, if not even, and said, hey man, let's do a podcast. Let's talk, let's chat. You didn't know me from a hole in the wall. Had no reason to help me, but you did, because you're a good guy. Okay, and I know in my heart that you need to keep going with your stuff because it's good quality, it's good stuff, and you're a good person, and you're the exact type of dude who has shown me already, just with what he's done, that you're the type who, if you do get to the mountaintop, you're gonna try and help other people up there, and that's huge. So I want to thank you. And I specifically basically want to thank you for being a good dude all around. And with everyone who with the people I'm about to mention where it's relevant, I'll have links down below for you to check out their channels. I encourage you, they're going to have YouTubes, sub to them. They're going to have Twitch channels. Check it out. Follow them if you want to do more. Obviously you can. But the other person I wanted to thank from this kind of a sphere is Grolm, a.k.a. Brandon Chavis. I don't know how you pronounce your last name. I should have checked that before I recorded this. That was a terrible decision. Neither here nor there. Brandon / Grolm. He's a streamer. I've talked about him a couple times. This is a guy who has successfully done both Dark Souls and then less than 2 months later, Bloodborne, gotten full no-hit completion runs, and is now working on some new stuff, and he's getting into the YouTube game himself. And he is a good guy. And I don't just say that because I went to school with his wife. He really doesn't know me other than brief online conversation. But when I was I was mulling about the idea of, like, what if I was to get into streaming as well? I reached out to him, and he just immediately started helping. Like, let me give you some advice. Here's some idea. Let me give you some names of other people who kind of do the same kind of games and stuff you want to do. Like, what are you planning on doing? Let me connect you with other people who know that kind of stuff. Let me kind of build your network. Oh, here's an idea of what you want to do. And it just came natural. He had no reason, once again, to help me. Didn't benefit him any. But he still just did it. And that's, again, the mark of a good person. That you would help someone for no reason other than you could. So, once again, Grom, thank you, man. I appreciate it, because I started out at the beginning talking about last night, and last night doesn't happen if I don't talk to you. And then I want to thank someone who I don't thank enough, but it's important. And that's my wife. Some of you know me personally, and for those of you who don't, my wife's name is Lenice, and she is, to this day, the single most incredible and important person I've ever met. And she supports me, and she loves me, and she helps me. She drives me, she pushes me, she makes me better. When I'm in my funk and I'm like, is this even worth it? She's the one telling me, go record videos now, dang it, what are you doing? I'm trying not to get really emotional, so. But the bottom line is, this doesn't happen without her. She was the one who was like, hey, why don't you add an extra night on your streaming? Hey, why don't I do this so you can record? Hey, how are we going to get this done? Hey, get me, right now, this is kind of plain background, but we've actually gotten some background adornment, if you will, and she got for me as stuff to adorn my future videos, which I'll address at the end of this. It's hard to put into words what I'm trying to say, because, I mean, obviously I love my wife, but I do genuinely feel that without her, I wouldn't even have a shot at this. This wouldn't even be something I could really dream, because she is that person in my corner all day, every day. And I just need to say that and get that on record. And the last person I want to thank is going to be really hard. But it's my mother-in-law. So, my mother-in-law was named Celinda Wilson. And she passed a few years back from cancer. And she was, for as much as my wife supports me, video games aren't her passion. Streaming isn't her passion. This kind of stuff isn't her passion. I can talk to her, but, talking to someone who clearly doesn't connect. And my mother-in-law didn't connect with that, but she was probably the one person who I could talk to and tell her any given idea or dream or whatever, and go into details about all the minute stuff that does not matter, that anyone else would just feel like, okay, get on with it. And she never let me feel like I was wasting anyone's time. And she always supported whatever I had thought. And I wish I could have made it where I'm going in time for her to see it. And the cards didn't play out that way. But I know she's looking down and she's in my corner. And so I'm going to keep going because I made a promise to her that I was going to keep pursuing my dream until I nailed it. And it was the last conversation we ever had. It was a moment of lucidity that was not there otherwise. And she told me that I can't give up. And so I won't. And I had to get that off my chest. And that leads me to my overall thing I needed to say with this video. Is Let's Plays and streaming, me just playing games and all that. That's all well and good and fun. But it's not what I originally set out to make. It's content. And it's important to have content. People need something to watch, so that even if I get where I'm going, they'll have something they can watch with me. That is me. But it's not my goal by any means. I've mentioned I want to do funny reviews. I want to do series reviews. I want to do analyses of all different little things that interest me. I want to do skits. I want to do all types of stuff like that. But those are harder. And up until now, I've put it off, and I put it off, and I keep making excuses. But I actually recorded the first one of them. And I even posted a little teaser about it on the social media. And then the footage got deleted accidentally before I could edit it. Things happen. But it was a long process to do it, so I haven't found the time to go back and do it. Life has been hectic. But I'm officially making the decision. I'm going to find the time to do it. And here is basically my overall point. I'm going to do better to bring you the things I said I was going to bring. And that's because I genuinely feel that will truly be me, and it will show, and it'll be what you guys want to see. I believe that in my heart. And I may be wrong, but the whole point of this is me following my heart. So if I don't do what I genuinely believe, what's the point? But I will do better. I will do more. I will find the time. And so the first promise I'm going to make, and it may be stupid, but I'm going to do it, is the first major video I'm doing will come out within this next month of September. I don't know when. I'm not going to set a timeline. It's going to be very difficult. I set this up on the worst possible month because I'm effectively going to be running a company for someone else for close to 3 full weeks of the month and working every day, long hours. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. I will get it done. Because if I can do it then, I know I can do it moving forward. At least one a month, if not more. So the only thing I needed to mention at the end, other than that, is, in addition to thanking you guys, asking you a favor. 2 favors, really. One is, reach out to me. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to see me do? What do you guys want to see me talk about? Do you want me to review a game? Do you want me to review a movie? Do you want me to talk about a very specific thing? It could be the most minor thing. I literally have, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to all the things I want to do. I have a note file that's just idea after idea after idea. If I was to do them all, and do them once a month, it would take me years to get to them all. And some of them are as minor as how game feel can age over time. That's one I'll get to eventually. And something can be good in a moment and not be good later. And compare 2 different games and how time has changed the perspectives and minor things like that. Like I can, and I'm talking specifically about mechanics in that moment and not anything else. Like I can get that granular. Tell me what you want. And it can be anything. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. It has to be something I want to do. But I'm interested in finding out what you guys want to see. And if something you want to see is something I'm interested in, chances of me doing it are going to be pretty good. And number 2, the only other thing you guys can really do to support me is just share this. Share my channel. Share my Twitch stream. Share my socials for people to keep in touch. I'm going to do better. I have already been doing better on working with Twitter. I'm definitely going to have to work on Instagram, but I'll get there. I promise I'll get there. I'll start putting some stuff on there. But I'm just not a good socials guy. But yeah, is that. Beyond that, I've had people ask me, hey, what other than that can I do to help? The free Prime sub that you get from Twitch, I have a whole explanation during my streams, but if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. If you have Amazon Prime, you can literally support me for free. And if you don't know how, I can walk you through the process. Send me a message on any of my socials, send me whatever. I will answer and I'll walk you through it. This next month on Twitch, I will be streaming my normal schedule, and it is going to be September. So for the whole month, if you've never subbed to me before, a tier 1 sub is half price, which basically means the whole thing comes to me. Twitch doesn't make any of it. So there is no fee for them. You basically are just supporting me directly. And I also have a Patreon. That link is down below. That's, again, money that comes directly to me and helps me, and that's all going to be reinvested into new backgrounds, new equipment, things like that. I don't expect any of you to do that. I have a handful of people supporting me. It would be ludicrous to assume it. But I'd rather get that info out now, and then who knows who sees this down the line. But the main thing is, I just wanted to thank you all and let you know I appreciate you, let you know that it truly matters, and let you all know that I'm not going to give up until either this thing becomes something or until I run out of the ability to do it. That's how I'm built. I'm going to keep going. And if I get to a point where people aren't watching, then okay, I'll keep figuring out what to do until people are again. But for those of you who are watching, thank you guys. So I don't really have a lot else to say. I think I'm going to end this on a slightly happier note, a more, not happier, but sillier note. So, before I started rolling, I was just trying to get my headspace and figure out what I was going to say, and stupidly, I didn't write anything down, so in case you can't tell, I shot from the hip entirely. So, I'll include some clips or something for you guys to laugh at, silly stuff. But other than that, I'm going to let you guys go. I will be back to streaming tomorrow, which is Thursday night. My stream schedule is Tuesday and Thursday nights, Sunday in the afternoon. The times are listed on my Twitch page. Like I said, link to that below. And I will be back Friday with more Mario RPG. So we're almost to the end of that series. So I'm going to need to know what you guys are going to want to see me play, because I'm running out of game here. But other than that, as per usual, share for your friends, share my other stuff. Probably not this. This probably doesn't apply to a viewer. But, as per usual on my videos, comment down below. Comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. It could be anything. And hopefully leave a like. You can leave a dislike if you want, but hopefully leave a like. And otherwise, I will catch you later, Game Dad fam. Alright. I'm the king of the mambo. When I play my maracas, I go chicky boom, chicky boom. Captain, the beryllium crystals are breaking up. She can't take much more of this. Captain's log. I discovered the problem. I do believe that we can make our way across the galaxy to stop the aliens. But first, we will have to power our beryllium crystal.